The ICC has dropped the hammer about the process leading towards a potential war crimes trial for the Prime Minister of Israel and the leadership of Hamas. Now, everyone's heard that all night, but what you need to know is Israel doesn't recognise the ICC, Qatar doesn't recognise the ICC, so even if they make those suggestions, no one's going to be dragged before the ICC. But the response to it is what is worth talking about here. Holly, Prime Minister today says, I can't talk about it because it's a court case, as if he was affecting a jury somewhere. Please.
I know, like even sleepy Joe Biden managed to come out and say a couple of coherent sentences. I mean, you know, miracles do happen. I think there was 2 miracles today. The first one is Joe Biden managed a full sentence. But disgrace was Albanese and the way that he was incapable of actually taking a position. Obviously, Peter Dutton came out very strongly in support of Joe Biden. I mean, it is abhorrent to put Hamas and Benjamin Netanyahu on the same playing field. That is putting President Bush and bin Laden, that is putting Hitler and Churchill in the same sort of framework. It's absolutely disgraceful. And the ICC, it just... I mean, they have no credibility left after this, and Australia should withdraw its membership.
Yeah, so, Stephen, to that end, right, this process is obviously going to keep going for a little while. I do find it amazing that as serious as all of this topic was, much of the media was talking about George Clooney's wife. OK, guys, could we focus on it for 2 hours before we start to move on? What did you think today?
Yeah, no, look, I think it's an absolute disgrace. I think I have a lot of sympathy for what Netanyahu said today about, you know, the heinous attack committed by Hamas unequivocally needs to be condemned. But Israel's right to self-defence cannot be put at risk by this ruling. It is very simple. Now, having said that, I have repeatedly said I think Netanyahu should resign. He's got his own cabinet ministers saying pretty much the same thing, and he's got mass demonstrations against him. But that's a proper process. That's a proper legitimate debate. Correct. It is a disgrace what happened today, and they should have... I'm hoping that the court just dismisses the actual hearing, because it is unacceptable for Hamas to be put in a bucket with Netanyahu.